Guys, how's it going? It is Tuesday the 5th of December 2017 and you're watching KopTalk.tv. Hey, I'm not happy about this fucking, this game, this Champions League game not being on radio, you know. I'm not, and I think that if you're one of these people that goes, oh, it doesn't matter, you can just go and tell me, I think that makes you a selfish fucker, I really do. Because I feel a bit sorry for old boys and that still listen to radio. Do you know what I mean? And it's not just about people like stuck to a radio, because radio is obviously, radio stations are obviously available via satellite as well. But I don't like the whole thing about it, shutting out BBC Radio 5 Live and others. I don't like it, and I wrote an editorial about it, which you should really read before you fire off, any difference of opinions at me, because it touches on how I feel about it. And yes, times change and methods change and that, but I just think, what about the old boys, right? That can't tune in now, right? What about people on the move, right? And what about people at work? Now, sometimes you can, while you're on the move, because I've seen Peter Moore surface today in relation to it, in his reply to someone saying, quoting the bit that says about if on the move you can use an app or whatever to tune in. But that, of course, requires data. How much data would be used, I don't know. I wouldn't imagine it'd be that much, but you don't know. Some people have got limited data amounts and poor signal areas. It is 100 million% purely a decision to get as many people as possible to register on the official website in the run-up to Christmas. That's what I feel. That's what I think. And, it's forced registration. So, yeah, it's free. There you go. It's free. You can tune in free. But I can't, my granddad and the likes and that, if he was around, I couldn't, they don't do all that, do they? They already can't watch on fucking telly because they're priced out. People at work can't fuck around with the phones and earpieces and that, but sometimes they're allowed to have a radio on, and stuff like that. It's just fucking shit. And if you're one of them people that's just going to, dismiss it as being okay, then I think you're a cunt. I'm sorry, I do. Because it might be okay for you, but it might not be okay for someone else. And that's what we're supposed to be about. So, yeah, times change and all that. But it don't mean you've got to, bend people over and fucking Roger them. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And if you go to KopTalk.com and go to hover over opinion at the top and then go down to Duncan Oldham, that's me. It says Liverpool FC executives only tuned into greed. Right, and this is the article that I did yesterday. I just don't like it. Peter Moore, September 2017. Liverpool Football Club needs to show that it cares. And we need to put a brighter light on that a little bit. And the thing is with Peter Moore, I've been critical of him. And I've also praised him. Because I've seen him belittle supporters sometimes when they make a genuine complaint to him, all right? And if it goes against, what I'm talking about here is someone running their mouth about FSG, maybe not being abusive, because he gets a lot of shit as well. And I don't know how he deals with that, you know what I mean? But he's paid a lot of money and he's a professional to deal with that. But, I've been critical of him when he's tried to belittle people, but I've also praised him because he does go out of his way to help people as well. And yes, it's a bit politician-esque and stuff like that, but that's what a chief executive's supposed to do, make things right. And I've watched him, and I think over the last few weeks or so, I think that I haven't seen him trying to take anyone on, not trying to take anyone on, because when you retweet someone, right, that's maybe that's a bit upset, then the pack are set on them, aren't they? And that's why people do it. Yeah, retweet it. Instead of replying privately or whatever, now retweet it to everyone and then they'll all give them a fucking... and I don't like that. So I've been critical of that, but I haven't seen that recently. So I applaud him for that. And I see over the last few weeks, he's been doing good, I think, with a lot of positive things, and it's all feel-good stuff, and you can't argue with it. You can sit there and go, oh, he's fucking FSG and this, that, and the other, which he isn't, but representing, But you can't knock people when they're doing good, whether you believe the sincerity behind it all or not. And I think this decision to not allow the game to be broadcast on the radio has completely undone all his hard work, because people are now running their mouths at him, and I've been watching since this all came out to see what he next said, and the only thing he's tweeted today in relation to it, from what I've seen so far, was this is how you can follow the game free, and then he's pulled one person up, fair dues, where this person said, oh yeah, I can't listen when I'm whatever, and he said, yes you can, you just listen via the app or whatever. And I was waiting to see what he said, and I don't know. I will never be happy knowing that our supporters have been frozen out. So if that's all right with you, then that's fine. That's you. But I'm not selfish like that. I can watch the game. I can listen to the game. I could even go to the game if I wanted to. So I won't have the attitude of, well, I'm all right, because I think about the people that are less fortunate. And the world would be a better place if we were all like that. Now, I also understand that they need to make money, but I don't think that, some things you just fucking leave. Do you know what I mean? And the BBC, they might have picked other games previously. That's because they were bigger ties, right? And there were alternatives, on the radio that you could tune into. This is completely different, and I'm against it completely. And I'm sorry, but it's not just about, oh, hey, we're trying, you can still listen via the website. Forced registration. How many neutral fans will do that? How many neutral fans would listen to the Liverpool game? All right? Do you ever listen to the radio or to watch a football game on TV when you're neutral? Yes, but how many people are going to go, register on that site? In my opinion, it's just a ploy to get everyone to register ahead of the Christmas marketing, all the mail shot and stuff like that. Read my editorial, please, before you comment. Please do that. The link is in the video description. And yeah, that's it. So I'm a bit disappointed with it, Other than that, I'm quite happy with Liverpool at the moment. I've been, very positive. Some very positive things, I think, at the moment. We spend a lot of time negatives. FSG this, FSG that. People getting fucking, Larry and that, and it's just like, for once, can we just chill? I mean, it's fucking Christmas. Come on, it's Christmas, right? I got this. Yeah. Has any of you got this yet? I thought I'd have a nosy at it. Not that I've got fucking time. You see, this is the thing with this fucking high-tech fucking camera. It shows up all your bits and pieces. That's part of my crisps, like from earlier. There's a bit there. Looks my bacon frazzles. What I'm saying. So no, I've been very upbeat with things. I'm still not. I know we had that convincing win. We don't need centre backs, do we? Don't need a defence when you're scoring that many goals. But put up a makeshift defence like that against someone else. Oh, Linda. Did you see Linda? I know she likes her clean sheets, bless her. But she put a tweet out the other day that just didn't make sense at all to do with referencing. This is where I'm suspicious, you see, because it wasn't football terminology. Do you know what I'm saying? So if she was really watching Liverpool games for all them years that they, have had their ownership of the club, for sure, she'd know the proper lingo. So I think she's pulling a fast one, mate. Do you know what I mean? Pulling. What else was there? There's stacks of stuff to talk about. Guys, you would not believe how busy I've been recently, right? It's just, I'm struggling to cope with everything. This is why I'm not around as much as I want. I'm trying to write my infamous book. I don't even want to write a book. I just want to get it out just to fucking... Because I promised to do one years ago, about fucking 15 years ago or something, and it's people like, don't even want to do it, but I've got to do it, so... Trying to do that. And, yeah... There's absolutely stacks of things that I would like to talk to you about, but I'm having to prioritise everything. I'm having to prioritise the members. I'm putting more content out for the members than before, which makes me feel a bit guilty to people that aren't members. Same with the DKB.TV. I've got a couple of videos out for them today. I'd actually finished in this office, but I was like, I actually left this office and went to my other office where I do my writing, and I was just like, I can't not do a KopTalk.tv video. I hadn't done one for ages, so I came back down to do this. Same with the podcast. I like doing the podcast, but I'm having to do the extra time ones for people that support me. It's just pretty shit, really. I wrestle with I wrestle with memberships, subscriptions, because I always think of people that can't, and that's probably why they can't support you but they would if they could, and that's why I have a problem with this broadcasting thing, because I always think about people that can't survive, and I know I should just be fucking, capitalist or whatever, fucking just think of yourself, but needs must. Do you know what I mean? So much to do. I did a podcast today, the extra time one. All my notes are on here. Look, that we spoke about KopTalkPodcast.com. We talked about Amanda Staveley and that situation at Newcastle. She's given them a deadline now, hasn't she? Talk about the TV rights, financial fair play and FSG and all that. That was one of the main things that they thought their ownership was going to be based around. That striker Dortmund, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, is that how you pronounce it? I'm like with names, guys. Draxler, spoke about that, Julian Draxler. A lot of reports saying that we've reignited our interest in him, but from what I'm hearing, it's the other way around. They've reignited their interest in us, and their agents offering him to us. Klopp might be interested, but I'd rather we focused on the defence. That FA Cup draw against Everton, I fucking love the FA Cup, me. You can't be doing with these fucking modern day fans. Oh, it's not important, play the kids. Fuck off. I should have a word with you so you don't understand at all. Seriously. I'd rather be fucking challenging every year for the FA Cup, even League Cup. Fuck too, right, man. Everyone else is throwing hundreds of millions of pounds trying to win one fucking thing, and only one team can win it. Champions League. Then Premier League. There's other silverware, Them days out, Wembley and all that, and your memories and everything. Fuck me, man. When you think back to some cup finals, everyone's lost the fucking plot. Seriously. Everyone's selfish. Everyone just thinks about me, me, me. That's what Liverpool Football Club's gone like under this lot. Me, me, me. Exploit. Like there isn't enough fucking money already. I could go on a fucking rampage, me, honestly, guys. Look at tripods over there. I might get a fucking tripod out about it. Fucking sick of it. And they're exploiting the fans to the highest possible means now. You know what I mean? And then fans only bothered about the fucking self. They're not bothered about the FA Cup. They're not bothered about the FA Cup until we get to semis or final. Then they're soon fucking bothered. They soon want a ticket then, don't they? Selfish cunts. That kid Martin's at fucking Sporting. He keeps being linked with us, but we were in for him when we were struggling with the negotiations with Roma, weren't we? For Salah, and Salah's a fucking brilliant player. He weren't playing that well in fucking Serie A, I'm telling you. What else will we talk about? Oh yeah, it was his agent. I missed this bit off. Well, I did this on the podcast, but I didn't mention it in the thing. Fucking bits, where's he fucking light show up everything, man. I'll have to turn resolution down. Oh yeah, his agent, Martin's agent at Sporting, he's basically done like my player, my client would, there's not much money here in the Portuguese league. I think he said there's not much here. They have to rely on transfer fees and stuff like that. And if my client's open to progressing and that, it's like more or less like someone please go and fucking buy my client is what he's saying. Salah, there was them quotes again, weren't there? His Egypt manager last time, wasn't it? And that other gadget, that odd gadget, two of them, weren't there? Within a couple of days of each other, talking about him going to Spain. Come on, guys. Don't come out with the, Real Madrid, a big club, interested in an informed player, shocker. No, that's not the point. Because the agent, right, if he's got it in his head about his next move for him already, that's worrying. I'd be fucking worried, guy. I'm more bothered about that, like early fucking chatter, suggestions, than I am about Coutinho. I can't give a fuck if Coutinho goes now, could you? Now we've got Salah. What else we got? Oh yeah, so the quotes from that Egypt gadget, the boss, his manager, international manager. I think they were twisted. There's two different versions of them. One where it says, I've been told in confidence, so I'll just go and tell the entire world what I've been told in confidence. And the other one says, Real Madrid's interest has been confirmed or something like that. I think if you look at each line, right, I think that his words have been twisted by someone. I think that he was saying that along them lines about Real Madrid, but if you look, there's two different versions that are very similar. So which fucker is it to believe? Go to KopTalk.com, hover over news, and then click on non-members news, right? Oh, maybe it's not in there. No, I'm sorry, guys, I don't think it's in there. I think it's on members' site. And I can't be asked to look now. Well, I can, but if it takes too long, I can't, right? It's not there. Where the fuck is it? Barcelona. Coutinho to Barcelona. Balaguer. Fuck Balaguer. Coutinho. Real Madrid interest in Mohamed Salah. Two lines, right? I've been told in confidence that Real Madrid are interested in Salah, but we aren't going to get worked up about it, right? And the other line was, I've received confirmed news revealing Real Madrid's interest in Salah, but let's not rush things. They're both there. Come on, guys, each of them lines there are from the same translation, aren't they? And someone spliced it a bit, I think. But anyway, nevertheless, I think that you should be bothered. Right? Don't mean he's off. Liverpool obviously not going to fucking let him go like that, either. You know? But I just think that don't focus on the big clubs interested in Salah and the speculation. Focus on that two people close to Salah are basically saying the same thing, which is all about his agent, Salah, Spain, not too distant future. So keep an eye on that. Philip Coutinho, Barcelona, Balaguer, he played it all down and he said it's a load of shit that they're not negotiating and all that. But you know, he says one thing in fucking Spain and one thing in England. But I wouldn't, you know, I think he's probably got a bit of truth there. We'll just have to see. Basically, it's all a load of bullshit. Coutinho lies, I've wrote down here. And then Emre Can, you know, with the that situation. I mean, what about that, guys? I mean, he wants the release clause. Liverpool won't give him one. He can sign a pre-contract agreement with someone on January 1st overseas. Juventus obviously want him. He says it's not about money. I believe him. When do I ever stick up for a player? Well, now, it doesn't matter whether you rate him or not, right? Liverpool are obviously trying to, you know, I don't know, are they trying to bluff him? Will they cave in later this month? Because he said, well, I haven't signed for anyone yet and I could still sign for Liverpool. I think it's just about him wanting to protect himself. So if he don't get any game time, you know, because Liverpool make it difficult sometimes, don't they, for players to leave. That's what it seems to have been in recent years. They've made it a lot harder. And I think he's saying, no, I think he's thinking, I'll stay, I'm happy to stay. But if, you know, this new lad comes in and I'm not getting a game, don't make it difficult for me to leave. That's what I think it's about. Honest, I do. Don't think it's about money. And I think that there'll be, if he does go to Juventus, I think you'll see a real smear campaign against him from people connected to the club. The club, for sure. Media-wise, right? So, yeah, there's plenty on the podcast, KopTalkPodcast.com, for those of you that support me with that. And, right, that's it. So, I'll try and get some vids done tomorrow. Right? I'm off. You guilted me into doing your vid. I love you guys. I'll speak to you soon, hooray.